Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video. Today we're going to talk about another dip in the market. Right now we are seeing about a 4.23% decrease in the last 24 hours, and there's 5 specific coins that I am going to be looking into and buying at these low market dips before we see this price rise back up. So one thing you'll notice, guys, is volatility continues to remain in the cryptocurrency world, and that's always going to be the case. But here in September, it's going to be even more of the case. We've talked about how September could be a very bearish month for the most part, but realistically speaking, we have continued to see, just prices scatter up, down, all around, and that's what you're seeing, like I said, in this last 24 hours. You saw it right around $46,000, dip down to 45, back up to 46, down back to 44, and continuing all the way down, actually close to about 44,000 flat, and then we saw push right back up to 46.9 and back down to 43.4. So all over the place now, hopefully pushing back up to 44,000, remaining around this range. It's just crazy that this volatility is going to continue to remain throughout the month of September. So if you guys are not used to this, just get used to it, or unfortunately, you will probably be very, very stressed throughout the month of September, like I said. But I do want to talk about those top 5 coins or altcoins that I'm specifically looking into, and I believe have huge, huge potential. And, realistically, this is a great time to buy in during a red market dip. So we're going to get started with the first one, a very, very obvious one, Cardano ADA. So right now we're seeing $2.35, about a 10 to 11% decrease in just the last 24 hours, giving you a great red market dip. And if you look at the last week, almost 20% of a decrease. That makes the month only a 27 to 28% increase, giving you guys a great price point, as Cardano is definitely one of those coins I do see getting back to $3 within just a matter of time. I will say before we jump into too many more, I am not a financial advisor, so always do your own research before investing. And I also want to say, if you have not already, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also follow me on Twitter, CryptoProfitYT, because we have a bunch of tweets to jump into today, and I try to keep you guys up to date on Twitter. Like I said, CryptoProfitYT. As we see here, the Alonzo update went smooth AF. Now beginnings, ADA, Cardano, people are excited. I think I said now, but new beginnings, Cardano, ADA. So people are obviously excited about this new beginnings, and just so many really huge, huge things can come, from this upgrade. And I think that's here what we see in the ecosystem. So many projects already on Cardano, working and operating, functioning on Cardano. It's great to see another milestone that could easily continue to provide utility to more and more projects out there and grab more and more potential projects as well. I do want to jump into the next one. This is another obvious. So we started with some of the more obvious coins first, and this should be very, very obvious to a lot of you guys that I would put this in here, because I love Chainlink. I think there's so much potential behind oracles. We've talked about what Chainlink does, why it's so important to this ecosystem as really a whole, and at this $25 price point, it's impossible not to pick this up. As I did do a refresh, we are at 26 now, so you're not getting as good of a deal, but like I said, $25 was the price point when I was, looking at this originally, and I think that's an insane deal for Chainlink. Anytime you see Chainlink below $30, realistically, you're seeing a heck of a deal, but, we're seeing a 10% red market dip, a great time to buy in. If we take a look at the last week, we're seeing a 22.28% red market dip, so another great time to buy in. I do think as we move forward, we're going to continue to see Chainlink actually struggle through the month of September with so many other altcoins, so you are going to have more than just today's perfect dip really to take advantage of. But, as we move forward, I want to take you guys into the ecosystem of Chainlink altogether. So if we actually take a look at 2017, 2 projects were integrated with Chainlink. 2018, we had 21. 2019, 103, 2020, 239, 2021, almost double of 2020 already, which is crazy because we are continuing to see more and more projects every single day integrate with Chainlink, and with Chainlink continuing to grab so many different projects because they want to utilize what Chainlink has to offer. I do believe we are going to continue to see this value increase over time on Chainlink. I think there's going to be an Oracle day where we just continue to see Chainlink rise above so many other coins. I'm not going to jump too much into this, but Chainlink's definitely one, like I said, worth jumping into with a 22% dip in the last week alone. If we take a look at IOTA, another one, number 3 right now, actually, to really jump into. We see a 12.77% dip in just the last 24 hours. If we take a look at the last week, about a 25.62% decrease. So a great spot to actually buy in yet again. We actually had it at $1.90 September 6th, and now we're all the way down to $1.35. A lot of people don't really realize how IOTA could be useful in the future. Well, you think of Cardano, you think of a green cryptocurrency. I'll tell you right now, IOTA is the exact same concept of green is the way. So very, very green cryptocurrency. If we actually take a look at IOTA as well, they're constantly tweeting about big things happening on the IOTA network. If we actually jump into the IOTA research and status update, they talk about some of the networking updates, the sharding, and really consensus, as well as communication layer upgrades and updates that are really just going to continue to make this project even better. And I think that's one thing that IOTA does very, very well. If we actually jump into IOTA's website as well, we can see the social impact being sustainability, identity, and actually, I think I just clicked in. Let me go back there. Sustainability, identity, and citizen-centered governance. If we go to mobility, we can see car wallets, smart charging, and usage-based insurance. Smart cities, they have the urban mobility management, open and transparent data, and peer-to-peer collaboration. Global trade, they have the track and trace, customs and border management, and digital twins. Also, the digital identity with self-sovereign identity, identity of things, and regulatory compliance. So huge, huge possibilities and potential behind what IOTA is trying to offer. Obviously, a lot of people are going to love these kind of solutions to really the open world if we can actually get them there. And I think IOTA is going to be the greatest way to actually make it those endless possibilities to, like I said, the really world out there. And I think a lot of people, like I said, are excited about one other coin, and that's going to be Solana. So I have, one coin after Solana, but Solana is one that's kind of special, and it's because we've had this most recent huge price increase. If we actually take a look at the last year, just in the month of July, we had a huge increase, and then we had a massive increase from there with the month of August, going August 1st $34 to August 30th at 109, and then September even better. So 109 to 214, a 2x just straight up right there. And I think, this increase has come to an end just a little bit. We are going to see some volatility with Solana before we see another increase. We see about a 13% decrease in the last 24 hours alone. If we take a look at the last week, though, we're still seeing about an 8.64% increase. I think this is just a coin worth looking into, not necessarily buying right now during this red market dip, because we could see it go lower. And I think a lot of people are excited about Solana and think that it's going to make them 2 to 3x in the matter of a week. And I'm going to say, realistically speaking, Solana is at a $48.5 billion market cap. We aren't going to see a 10x from here. We aren't going to see a 100x from here in this bull market. And keep that in mind. We are at a very solid market cap already. Solana is doing very well. I think we're going to continue to see a lot of people investing in, and I think there's no really problem with that. I think Solana is a great coin. Just don't expect 10x's, 100x's from this price point currently by the end of the bull market. By the end of next bull market, sure, you could see a 10x. You could see big things happening depending on how mass adoption takes place and everything goes from there. But right now, like I said, not a 10x coin, just definitely going to be a possibility for a 2 to 3, maybe even 4x, but that's going to be about the gist of Solana. I'm very excited about this dip because I want to buy a little bit more Solana on that stable increase that I really think will happen in this next part of bull market part 2. You can actually see why Solana as well is getting so much hype surrounded around it. It's because we have the ignition. Welcome to the Global Solana Hackathon. $5 million in prizes and funding across 4 tracks: DeFi, Web3, gaming, and art and collectibles. So the tracks presented by Microsoft, Jump Trading, StanChart, Fort Platform, and Metaplex, a huge hackathon, or I should say, Solana hackathon, and it's going to be a big deal for a lot of new projects. I do want to jump into the website as well. I'm not going to jump too far or too deep, but there's a lot of reasons as to why people are getting involved with Solana, and they talk about how it's decentralized and unstoppable. So not only is Solana ultra fast, low cost, and it is censorship resistant, meaning the network will remain open for applications to run freely and transactions will never stop. So they talk about the ways to get involved as well, obviously being validators, developers, and jumping into the community. So coin number 5 is going to be Enjin. And I want to give you guys another reminder. If you guys have not already, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on. And as well as follow me on Twitter, like I said, CryptoProfitYT. And I also have a Patreon down in the description below if you guys want to stay up to date with exclusive market updates, pre-sales, IDOs, market, really, I guess we could talk about the market low cap coins. So there are lower market cap coins that have huge potentials for things like 10 to 100x. by the end of this bull market alone. And I think those are the coins that I'm trying to get you guys every single day on the channel, as well as, like I said, in the Patreon first. So if you guys want to take advantage of that, continue to support the channel, definitely take a look in the patreon.com/cryptoprofit. I think it's going to be in the description of today's video. As we jump through Enjin, there's an obvious reason as to why Enjin is a good choice. We see about 11% decrease in the last 24 hours and a 30% decrease in the last week. That's a massive, massive decrease. We actually had Enjin pushing close to about $2.32 August 29th. So now coming off of that huge increase, we are seeing Enjin at a very, very solid 30% dip, giving you guys a great discount on Enjin. And if you don't know what Enjin is, well, Enjin is a very, very special. So imagine being able to mint 120 million NFTs in a single block. Token chunks and ranges are two key optimizations that will enable these affordable transactions on Efinity without sacrificing security or speed. So that's just one thing that Enjin does very, very well. If we actually take a look as well, next gen NFTs for everyone. They talk about how powered by Enjin, discovering pioneer blockchain projects created by talented developers and forward-thinking companies across the world. So they talk about this idea of next generation blockchain for NFTs, scalable, decentralized I got a little mixed up there. Scalable, decentralized cross-chain network designed to bring non-fungible tokens to everyone. And I'm not going to jump too much farther into this, guys, but just huge potential and possibilities with Enjin. And we'll keep you guys up to date, like I said, with all of these coins as we move forward. We always do price predictions and give you guys all the news and updates on this channel. So if you have not already, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Obviously, another market dip is definitely a positive, but also a negative when talking about crypto. So you just have to take the positive out of it, find those low market dips, and dollar cost average in. Don't always put all of your money on each and every dip, because we could see Bitcoin easily dropping to 42 or even 38K before we continue on this bull market part 2 push to the top. So thank you guys again for seeing really what those top 5 coins are. I'll see you all in the next one.